Game day interviews starting at 1:35 when the Houston student athletes will be here, and they will conclude until almost 4:30, and we'll have the Texas Tech in here. So 1:30 to 4:30 interviews here at the dais with student athletes and head coaches. Speaking of which, the victorious Texas Tech Red Raiders are with us. Head coach Grant McCaslin, Elijah Hawkins, Kerwin Walton are with us. We're going to ask Grant to start off with a statement on the game, and then we'll go to questions for all three gentlemen up here. Grant, please.
Yeah, first and foremost, man, UNC Wilmington has such a terrific team, and we went into it knowing that they would compete on every possession, and they out-rebounded us. They got 11 offensive rebounds. We felt like that was going to be a huge one. And, you know, Newby, Hodge, Ross, and McGriff, those guys came back from last year's team. And in this day and age, not a lot of guys return. And McGriff being a four-year guy, I just have so much respect for that. I really do. And not a lot of people hang in there in programs, but those guys did. And I told those guys in the line, I felt like the reason why they were in the NCAA tournament was because of their belief. And they're obviously the ones on the floor at the end of the game, and they have so much grit and toughness. And, man, thanks to these guys today, I did feel like our fight when the game got close was awesome. Just the collective grit, all the Red Raiders in Wichita. It felt like a home game at times, just with the belief behind us and the energy in the building. And with 10 assists, we only had 7 turnovers, and Kerwin making 8 threes, and his consistency and his approach every day is unbelievable. And it's to his credit that he has a game like this, because he never takes a day off. I told him a couple days ago he's the only player that's played in every game this year for us. And just his availability, consistency, and will to win is just tremendous. So I'm so thankful for these guys. But we did feel like that we would have to win this thing on the glass and playing 50-50 basketball and winning those. And we were able to do enough of that to give us a chance to win. But credit to them, man, because they have a resilient program and a great group.
Thank you. Before we get to the first question, I received a note that the Saturday's game between Texas Tech and Drake will be a 5:10 Central Time start, 5:10 on Saturday. Questions? Start right here. We got 2 on the inside aisle.
Pete Christie from KCBD in Lubbock. Kerwin, you guys hit 13 threes tonight. You had 8. Just talk about your night.
Most of the credit can go to Elijah Hawkins. He's a pure point guard. He knows exactly where to find me, and he knows exactly how quick my release can be. So he always makes sure I hit me in the right spots. And honestly, that's all I can really say is, I mean, I got great teammates that can help me, have a game like this.
Nathan Hughes, Lubbock Avalanche journalist for Kerwin and Elijah. You guys have been in the tournament before to varying degrees of success. How much did that experience help you and kind of help the other guys who haven't had that kind of experience close this one out?
Elijah, lead us off, please.
It helped us a lot, having a lot of experience on our team. But most importantly, we just have the same approach for every game, just trying to grind it out and just play for each other. So that's really what we use, and that's what we've been sticking with the whole season. That's what got us here. So that's how we just have the same approach every game.
Yeah, I second that. I think that the fact that we've grinded like all summer, all fall, and the whole season for this moment. And I think that everybody's bought in, everybody's has the same goal, and that's to win it all.
Joe Lopez, RedRaidersports.com. Coach McCaslin, you've said over the course of the year that the team gelling, or how they gel, is what's going to take this team to the next level. How do you feel that the team's gelling right now?
Well, the one part I love about this, and this is a credit to JT Toppin too, I mean, he attracted so much attention today, and he was so unselfish. He just kept making the open pass. I mean, really never forced it once. I mean, he ended the game with a turnover, and I don't know if that was off an offensive rebound that got taken from him. I don't even know where that happened. But, man, I just think that's the heart of this group is whatever you got to do to figure out a way to win, that's what these guys will do. And it did get close. We got in that timeout, and there was we were talking. It wasn't like it was all pretty every possession. We had some defensive miscues that we had to communicate. But, man, how quickly these guys bind together in those tough moments is the best part of these games.
Hey, Coach. Jared Johnson inside the Red Raiders. It seemed like when the game kind of turned in Tech's favor after a couple of drives, aggressive drives, a couple by Darian, Christian as well. Was that a concerted effort where you told them to drive more, or did the game just unfold that way?
Yeah, we actually had a couple more drawn out coming out of timeouts to try to create advantages that way because, I mean, we shot a million threes. You know, didn't make all of them, but I thought we got great looks. And if that's what teams are going to give us, then we're going to take those. But you also know when you shoot enough of them and they don't go in, you got to create another advantage. And I thought Christian Anderson did a great job out of those timeouts of driving to the basket. Darian Williams attracted a lot of attention getting to the rim. And I thought those two guys specifically really came up with huge plays getting to the basket and getting fouled.
Right here in front, gentlemen.
Coach, your friendship with Ben McCollum has been talked about before, and I know you guys scrimmaged him and all of that. First of all, talk about kind of how that friendship came to be and what it's going to be like facing a good friend in the round of 32.
It's a long story, but I'm going to be brief. I was an assistant at Northeastern Junior College in Colorado living in the dorms, and I met a guy named Jeff Linder, who was an assistant coach at Emporia State. And Jeff was recruiting a couple of our guys who's obviously on our staff now, and he signed them and ended up recruiting them and coaching them the next season. I was blessed to get an opportunity to be the head coach at Midland, and the first phone call I made was to Jeff Linder to come work with me and try to do that together. Our first year we went to the national tournament, and the guy that took his position at Emporia State was Ben McCollum. And so, I mean, we've all been connected since 1999, so whatever that number is. And we were young, and we didn't make any money, and we all loved ball, and we loved being around each other. And then I became a head coach at North Texas, and we had a great season. We had a pretty good offense. We were number one out of timeouts. We ran some good stuff, and Ben watched film of our team and straight up told me our offense sucked. So, you know, that's kind of the friendship we have. We all went fishing a couple summers ago in Wyoming, big trout fishing, and, you know, I love them, but you know, when you play them, it's different. So we'll look forward to the opportunity to compete. We'll always be friends, but tomorrow or Saturday, I guess it'll be on.
We have 5 minutes to go. I'm going to take a Zoom call right now, then we're going to come back to you.
Sean Dillon, Alpha Media Lubbock. For everyone, what are your thoughts on one more game with this team?
You want to answer that? Go for it. One more game with this team. What are your thoughts on it? We don't plan on playing one, but I respect the question.
Yeah, you know, it's always great to go out and play with my brothers every day, and you know, we're just excited to keep playing, and you know, we're just gonna give it our all and just go however far we take ourselves. So yeah.
All right.
This got to be our best basketball of the year. You know, we prepared all year for this. You know, dreaming about this moment. You know, envisioning us, you know, in this tournament, surviving and advancing, taking it one game at a time. But, you know, we ain't going to be done with just one, so we're going to keep on going.
All right, now we're here. Thank you.
Timothy Shapey, KTXT, the Raider 88.1. Kerr, when he started hot from beyond the arc, 9 quick points, then they called timeout. What was some of the stuff that you saw tonight that had you, I guess, you know, feeling good beyond the arc shooting-wise?
I mean, every single day, every practice, you know, my teammates, the coaches, they just tell me to shoot it if I got space. And if I felt like it was green, it was green. So, and that's all I thought about, just getting it up. And if I miss, I'm going to hit the next one.
Elijah was the smallest guy on the floor tonight, 5'11", but he was only one rebound away from missing a triple-double. Can you talk about his night?
I mean, you can ask him what I said in the halftime. I just said the reason why we're winning is because of him. And it didn't have anything to do with offense. I told him it was because of his rebounding. I mean, he was in the middle of traffic, grabbing two-handed rebounds all game long. Got a few offensive rebounds early, which isn't really normally what we do, but because of the way the spacing was, he went and got them. But we don't win this game if it isn't for his rebounding. I mean, people can talk about a lot of different things, but to me, that's what makes him elite. He does whatever the team needs to win, and tonight we needed him to rebound.
Anything else for the Red Raiders? All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. You are dismissed. Red Raiders and Bulldogs of Drake, Saturday, 5:10 Central Time.